Sacred greetings, everyone. Welcome. This week's segment is about self-empowerment, and we're going to break down what self-empowerment means. It is not in the dictionary, so I want to share with you, and it's become a self-empowerment has become a talk in the psychology arena. But I wanted to break down what self-empowerment means, but also you've seen some of my videos about self-care and self-love along with self-worth. And it sounds me, and in the same breath, it's not about me. This is about if you don't have self-love, if you don't have self-care, if you don't know what those mean, you have to learn how to embody that in order to be able to be in healthy relationships and be able to be in healthy partnerships and be in the world. So I'm going to break down some of the words. I'm going to give you a few tips, and hopefully that will help you embody or explore what self-empowerment means to you. So welcome. The word self means the union of elements. That includes the body, emotions, thoughts, and sensations, right? Or you could talk about it as, in medicine wheel, the emotions, the mental, the emotional body, the physical body, the mental body, and the spiritual body. And that constitutes the individuality and individual of a person. Because in a medicine wheel, we are walking in our hoop, but that's in self. That is not to be confused with the teachings of the medicine wheel. So self-care means, in the Oxford Dictionary, the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness, particularly during a period of stress. And then self-love means the proper regard and attention to one's own happiness and well-being. So self-care is an action, and then self-love is about regarding yourself. It's almost like self-worth. And then self-worth, the sense of one's own value and worth. This is in the dictionary. Worth as a person, meaning self-esteem and self-respect. So in order to feel self-empowered, right, you have to have a majority of these things in order to create this process of self-empowerment. So empowerment is the process of becoming stronger and more confident, especially in controlling one's life or reclaiming your rights in self. So when you break down, so self is the mind, body, and spirit, being able to confidently move forward in life with authority. Doesn't mean that you're controlling other people's lives. Doesn't mean that you are a tornado walking into someone's life. It means that you are positively walking in your authority and making proper decisions. So my definition in what I have I've written is self-empowerment means intentionally deciding to take authority over the life you wish to live or lead. It doesn't mean that it's a grand gesture. It doesn't mean it has to be something big. It just means that you are taking authority over what it is that you want more in your life in a good way. It involves making positive choices, taking action to move forward, and being confident in your ability to make impactful decisions for your life. So here are some tips to achieve empowerment. Create a positive attitude. So when you are in this blame place, this attitude of blame, or that the world is not doing you right, you're not in that place of self-empowerment because there's this blame. So when you change your attitude, when you create these things like self-care, self-worth, and all of that stuff, the outside world does not, your attitude starts to shift. Set attainable goals. If you want to feel empowered, set goals that you can attain that will help build that empowerment aspect of your life. Invite positive people in your life, meaning we are what we surround ourselves with. So if you're not around the people that you need to be around that help empower you, I invite you to do so, because that builds you up as well. Practice self-care. Like I said earlier, if you don't have self-worth or self-love, it's difficult to be in that place of self-empowerment. So find ways to actively self-care for yourself, nurture yourself, take yourself on walks, do things that help with nurturing you. And then establish an action list. Sometimes when we have too much going on in our heads, it can get too muffled. And so when you write an action list, it helps you to notch that off. Now, and it helps the thought process to not be so muffled, like I said, and it gives you a way to actively find ways to empower yourself. So this week's plant is peppermint. So peppermint is about mental clarity. Peppermint helps you, if you rub it on your temples, it helps you to close down the mental chaos, the noisy chaos. So I invite you to, especially when you're in your head and don't have that positive attitude, or are working towards self-empowering yourself, peppermint really does help with that. It also cleanses you. It promotes soothing feelings to your senses and keeps you actually focused. So if you're in that place of self-empowerment and working with that, it helps keep you focused in that authority and in that action mode. So self-care and self-empowerment are vital tools to have in your personal development toolbox. And knowing how to empower yourself is essential for you to have the desire, if you have the desire to achieve your goals and have the desire to feel like the best version of your true nature. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any comments, please comment below. If you want to talk more about what self-empowerment is, or you would like to add on to it, please comment below. So signing out for now, Sacred Wild Woman.